Hey there, future millionaires. Welcome back to the channel. It's so good to have you here again. I hope you're absolutely crushing it today, no matter where you are in this amazing world of ours. Now, I've got something exciting to dive into with you today. We're talking XRP, and I just had to kick things off with this incredible insight from Egrag Crypto. He dropped this bomb. XRP, choose your targets wisely. And trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one because what I'm about to share could be a total game changer. So check this out. He actually put up this incredible chart that's going to blow your mind. Look at these numbers. We're talking a conservative price target of $13 in this run, an average of $22, and get this, an optimistic target of $35 to $21. But here's where it gets really interesting. Egrag was already calling for $27 XRP way back in 2022. And then in 2023, he doubled down and said, the next bull run is taking XRP straight to $27. Now here's the kicker, and this is huge. Are these price predictions even accounting for ETFs? What about regulatory clarity finally coming through? Or ISO 222 going live? Because think about this for a second. Back in 2022 and 2023, nobody was even talking about ETFs yet. We were still in the middle of that brutal crypto crackdown, remember? So if Egrag was predicting these massive numbers during the worst of times, without any of these major catalysts we're seeing now, guys, I honestly think we could be looking at something way, way higher than anyone's expecting. What's your thoughts on that? Put it in the comment section down below. $2.50 price tag can soon become only a dream for XRP. And now they're throwing around this whole rare death cross versus Bitcoin thing, with headlines screaming, worst scenario revealed. But honestly, I think I know exactly what's going on here. Some of these articles are clearly being written by Bitcoin maximalists. You know, those Bitcoin-only folks who can't stand to see any other crypto succeed. They're out there saying things like, if XRP fails to move above this red line, you're all completely doomed as XRP holders. They're painting this picture that the price is just going to come crashing down like a house of cards. But here's what I really think about all this fear-mongering. But hold up. Let's talk about what's actually happening right now. We've got this incredible lineup of catalysts just waiting to explode for XRP. And guess what? XRP has already been absolutely crushing it, outperforming both Bitcoin and Ethereum. I mean, think about that for a second. While everyone's been focused on the big two, XRP has been quietly dominating the charts. And honestly, I think this is just the beginning. You want to know what I really think is going on here? I believe these Bitcoin maximalists are genuinely terrified that Bitcoin might actually lose that #1 spot to XRP during this cycle. And that fear? That's what's driving all this negative press. They're scared, and they should be. And you know what? That could absolutely happen, depending on just how crazy high XRP's price goes. Speaking of crazy, guys, you're not going to believe what happened next. We had this absolutely wild moment where XRP briefly flashed an insane price of $9,868. I'm not making this up. Analyst John Squire caught this on video, and when I saw it, my jaw literally dropped to the floor. So when I read through this, what they're telling you is that that's not the... Here's a more engaging and conversational version. Now, this obviously wasn't the actual price of XRP, and I'm 100% with you on that. We all know this as XRP holders, right? But here's what's really got me curious. Why does this cryptocurrency have so many of these crazy glitches? I mean, sure, it happens with other cryptos once in a while, but nowhere near as often as it does with XRP. There's got to be something going on here. All right, rumor alert, everyone. There's this wild story going around that the US government might be planning a massive XRP acquisition at $10,000 per token using treasury bills. And if this were actually true, we're talking about reshaping the entire global financial system. But hold on a second. Let me break this down for you because something doesn't add up here. There's never going to be a US government buyback, and here's why. Think about it logically. Why on earth would the US government buy back XRP at $10,000 per token when they could just buy it directly from Ripple behind the scenes? We're talking over-the-counter deals here, people. Heck, Ripple could even gift XRP to the US government if they wanted to. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if some of that XRP is already spoken for by the government. Here's something most people don't know. We just found out that the escrow can actually be sold even before it's released in those monthly drops. It just can't circulate until the official release date hits. So you see what I'm getting at? A buyback scenario just doesn't make sense when you really think about it. The government has way smarter, more direct ways to get their hands on XRP if they wanted it.
Plus, think about the chaos this would create. Every other country in the world would be scrambling to do their own buyback, or people would literally be packing their bags and moving to the United States just to sell their XRP to the government. Can you imagine that madness? Now, let's talk about something that's actually happening. ISO 222 goes live November 22nd. This is huge, guys. Banks are finally upgrading from SWIFT to this brand new global standard, and many people are expecting XRP to absolutely explode overnight. But here's the thing, and this is super important. November 22nd is just the beginning, not the end of the story. I've always believed we're more likely to see gradual upward movement after ISO launches. Then, as country after country and bank after bank starts actually using this new ISO standard, that's when we could see these incredible spikes pop up here and there. But honestly, we're in uncharted territory here, and we really don't know what the full effects are going to be yet. I've seen a lot of people talking about how the EU mentioned 3 different waves according to ISO: Wave 1, Wave 2, and Wave 3. And here's the kicker. The biggest wave is expected to happen right after ISO gets implemented. Are we actually going to see that massive wave? Your guess is as good as mine. We won't know until it happens. But man, it's going to be exciting too. Guys, the Ripple Swell 2025 speaker lineup just dropped, and let me tell you, it tells you absolutely everything about Ripple's strategy moving forward. We're talking November 4th to 5th in New York City, and this isn't just another crypto conference. Oh no, this is something completely different. Look at who's taking the stage. We've got BlackRock, NASDAQ, BMY Global City, FTI US, Franklin Templeton, and get this, the White House. The White House hasn't been at a Ripple event since 2018. This isn't crypto people talking to crypto people anymore. This is real institutional finance stepping into the spotlight. Now here's what really gets me excited. Having BlackRock and Franklin Templeton on that stage means both of these giants have either filed or are actively filing XRP ETF applications. The space is getting crowded, but trust me, these are going to be some seriously significant players. And here's the thing. You don't put ETF applicants on stage at an issuer event unless you're absolutely 100% confident this is happening. I'm telling you right now, BlackRock is definitely going to have an XRP ETF. There's no way they're missing out on this massive opportunity. And honestly, I still believe BlackRock is quietly loading up on XRP behind the scenes as we speak. This lineup is basically a roadmap to the future, and it's looking incredible. Coinbase has something unusual happen. Okay, this is getting really weird, guys. It looks like some type of TWAP, that's time-weighted average price for those who don't know, was just turned on for XRP about an hour ago on Coinbase. And check this out. Look at how this premium developed compared to all the other exchanges. You can see that yellow line just starts trading way higher than everything else. But here's where it gets absolutely bizarre. We're seeing 638 XRP buys that were repeated exactly 4,287 times over just the last hour. I mean, what? We have literally never seen anything like this before. It's completely unprecedented. And here's the crazy part. Nobody, and I mean nobody, really knows what's going on here. Everyone's throwing around theories and speculating about what could possibly be happening on Coinbase right now, but honestly, we're all in the dark. Maybe over the next couple of days, we'll finally get some answers about what went down on Coinbase today. But until then, we're all just watching this mystery unfold in real time. This is either some major institutional activity happening behind the scenes or something technical is going absolutely haywire. Either way, it's got my full attention. Ethereum files for Flare ETF amid record network growth. And speaking of exciting developments, Flare Network is suddenly getting some serious fresh attention. Here's what's happening. Ethereum has reportedly just filed for a Flare-based ETF. And the timing? It's absolutely perfect because network activity on Flare is literally hitting record highs right now. You can see what's happening here. Flare is finally starting to gain that institutional attention it deserves. This could be the beginning of something really big for the Flare ecosystem. FXRP growth strengthens Flare's ecosystem. Demand rises as Flare Network expands. We've been keeping a close eye on Flare over the last couple of months, and honestly, it seemed like absolutely nothing was happening with this project. Then bam, all of a sudden, everything started happening with Flare at once. And this is exactly why I've been telling you guys, you've got to grab it at these ridiculously cheap prices while you still can. If you don't act now, you're going to be kicking yourself later. Just think about this for a second. Flare is sitting below 2 cents right now. Below 2 cents. If you're not loading up your bags now, guess what? You'll be buying it at 10 cents, or 20 cents, or even 30 cents down the road. Let me put this in perspective for you. If you could hop in a time machine and go back to buy XRP at just a dime, would you do it? Of course you would. Knowing where XRP is sitting right now, that would be a no-brainer. Well, that's exactly what's happening with Flare right now. We're at that dime moment with Flare, and you absolutely do not want to miss out on this incredible opportunity. The window is open right now, but it won't stay open forever. Guys, I can confirm something huge. 50 million XRP is now locked on the Flare network, and we're talking about $125 million in value here. And this is just the beginning. We're going to keep seeing more and more lockups. Hugo Fillion over at Flare, he wants to lock up 5% of all the XRP supply. Just think about that for a second. 5% of the entire supply locked up on Flare alone. And people still don't believe we're going to see scarcity with XRP? Come on, here's what I think. There are 100 billion tokens because that's exactly what it takes to provide ODL liquidity all around the world. XRP was built to serve over 8 billion people. That's why we have 100 billion tokens. But with all this XRP getting locked away left and right, we're going to see scarcity way sooner than anyone thinks. And when that happens, the price is going to move lightning fast. But seriously, don't sleep on Flare. This is literally just the beginning. Flare is going to emerge as an absolute monster in this space. Why not load up while you still have the chance? You know what? I still wish I could go back and buy XRP when it was just a fraction of a penny. I'm sure most of you feel the same way, right? But here's the thing. Is that really going to matter once XRP hits those much higher prices we're all expecting? We're going to look back at XRP at $2.50, and the only regret we'll have is not buying more while we could. I still wish I could go back and load up even more at 50 cents. I should have gone all in, but I was diversifying at the same time. I ended up grabbing a lot of XLM, picked up tons of XDC, and I'm still buying XDC because it's still dirt cheap. Same thing with HBAR. When I look at all these ISO cryptocurrencies right now, I see them at absolutely dirt cheap prices. That's all about to change very soon. They're all going to be part of this new financial system. That's exactly how I see it. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on this video. Thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you. I'll catch you in the next one. Have an amazing night. Guys, I can confirm something huge. 50 million XRP is now locked on the Flare network, and we're talking about $125 million in value here. And this is just the beginning. We're going to keep seeing more and more lockups. Hugo Fillion over at Flare, he wants to lock up 5% of all the XRP supply. Just think about that for a second. 5% of the entire supply locked up on Flare alone. And people still don't believe we're going to see scarcity with XRP? Come on, here's what I think. There are 100 billion tokens because that's exactly what it takes to provide ODL liquidity all around the world. XRP was built to serve over 8 billion people. That's why we have 100 billion tokens. But with all this XRP getting locked away left and right, we're going to see scarcity way sooner than anyone thinks. And when that happens, the price is going to move lightning fast. But seriously, don't sleep on Flare. This is literally just the beginning. Flare is going to emerge as an absolute monster in this space. Why not load up while you still have the chance? You know what? I still wish I could go back and buy XRP when it was just a fraction of a penny. I'm sure most of you feel the same way, right? But here's the thing. Is that really going to matter once XRP hits those much higher prices we're all expecting? We're going to look back at XRP at $2.50, and the only regret we'll have is not buying more while we could. I still wish I could go back and load up even more at 50 cents. I should have gone all in, but I was diversifying at the same time. I ended up grabbing a lot of XLM, picked up tons of XDC, and I'm still buying XDC because it's still dirt cheap. Same thing with HBAR. When I look at all these ISO cryptocurrencies right now, I see them at absolutely dirt cheap prices. That's all about to change very soon. They're all going to be part of this new financial system. That's exactly how I see it. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on this video. Thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you. I'll catch you in the next one. Have an amazing night.